Hey YouTube, this is Chongo H Show with a bunch of stuff. So I'm in my car again. Last time I was in the car, I was talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and leaks and stuff, and here I am in the car, and guess what? I'm doing it again. So this morning, there was a big leak, and that has been taking up my mind the entire day. So I figured that I would first of all tell everyone about it, because not everyone would really know. Sorry about the shaky cam, I'm holding on the phone. But I'll give everyone the lowdown of what's going on, the stuff that's supporting it, and then I'm going to give my own personal thoughts and theories, because that's what YouTubers do. I wrote them down on this convenient sheet of paper, so having one hand to hold the phone is... So, first of all, if you don't want to get spoiled, exit out of the video right now. I'm going to need 15 seconds. You have 15 seconds to just get out of the video before I just start talking about it, because this looks like it might be, like, the final roster. So if you don't get spoiled, go. Okay, that's enough time. All right, so essentially what happened is someone working in a French marketing materials thing has posted. Okay, let me back up a little bit. They posted a Snapchat video, which I can assume was sent either to their friends or something, and they accidentally put it in their Snapchat story. Someone quickly took a bunch of snapshots of it, tried to blur out the name, and just posted it to a Discord group. And then from there, it went absolutely everywhere. So, this wasn't exactly intended to be leaked. But I'll start with the final roster, because that's the juicy bits. The final roster is, for Echo Fighters, we have Ken from Street Fighter and Shadow the Hedgehog. Not really surprises there. And for Unique Fighters, these are the big surprises, we have Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven, which I am very excited about. For those of you who watch my stuff, you'll know that I've been very into Rhythm Heaven recently. In fact, just yesterday I posted an enormous mashup thing with all the Rhythm Heaven Beaver songs, and I'm probably going to post a download link to that tonight. But anyway, I'm really excited about that. Mock Rider from the old NES game. Isaac from Golden Sun. A lot of people are excited for that. Gino from Super Mario RPG, which is kind of a fan favorite, a cult classic. And then Banjo-Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie, which is really big news, really crazy. And Satsu's in, essentially, it was a picture of the banner, the Everyone Is Here banner, but with those people added into it. So here I have a list of reasons why it's good. First of all, Mock Rider, Rhythm Heaven, and Golden Sun recently got their licenses renewed by Nintendo. Their copyrights have been renewed as of recently. Some people think that for Golden Sun and Rhythm Heaven, that might be because of, like, you know, if there's a new game or something, which would be amazing, especially Rhythm Heaven, as you know I'm a big fan of. So those got renewed. That'd be a very good thing to do. Other thing is that with 5 new characters, that represents 5 new IPs if you count Super Mario RPG as an IP, which each could have their own stage. Right now there's 103 stages, and a few months ago, Core printed out a misprint saying there's 108 stages. The most recent one has changed that back to 103, although a lot of people suspect this might be a slip-up by the magazine itself. Like, technically there's 108, but it's got to keep it on the hush-hush. People don't know that yet. So if each one has their own different, thing than that. Oh, and, something I forgot to mention amidst all this, Virgiben is wrong. He got totally blown out the water, and I feel really good saying that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, a few weeks ago, September 28th, I believe, there was someone on 4chan who leaked these exact 7 people. The same 7. Which is very interesting. It's nothing damning. In fact, most of the stuff on here isn't damning outside of the picture itself. But, I mean, still. But they guessed the exact 7, and that's pretty interesting. They also guessed a few things that, I mean, only time will tell if it comes true, but that applies to the whole leak in general. Oh, the big one. So, if you've been around a lot, you'll know this is called the Grinch leak. The reason for that is because in the background of some of these shots, you see promotional materials, as we mentioned. This is a company that prints out promotional materials for things. One of the promotional materials that is seen in the picture is a picture from the upcoming Grinch movie. And the fact that we can say that, if this is true, of course, that the Ultimate roster was leaked through Snapchat and was proven because of the Grinch, I think we're just living in a really good timeline. But jokes like that aside, yeah, the pictures that were in the background, I'll put links in the description, don't match any promotional material that has gone up yet. So that is a very, very, very interesting fact. Another thing is a fun pattern between them, and this isn't something that is absolutely confirming it, but it's something that's really interesting about it. So amidst these 7, we have 2 Echoes. We have one Isaac, who is pretty requested by fans, but the remaining 4 all have something in common. Through various interviews, we've learned that in the Nintendo 64 version, Sakurai had planned on adding Banjo-Kazooie. In Melee, Sakurai had planned on adding Mach Rider. In Brawl, Sakurai had plans on adding Geno. And in Smash 4, and this one is actually corroborated by, in the files for Smash 4, you can see a Rhythm Heaven logo as, or at least a logo that's labeled as Rhythm Heaven. I don't think you ever got to actually see it, at least from what I've seen. At least from my digging. My digging is only so great, obviously. But I think that's a really cool little pattern you have going on, that each one of these are characters that Sakurai said, hey, I want in, but unfortunately got cut at the last second, which would really add to the theme of this being the ultimate Smash, of even Sakurai going back and taking care of the things that he'd always wanted to do. Let me see, got that one, got that one. There are a few minor things that just sort of add to legitimacy, like, for instance, between renders, you can see that some of the people switch between layers. It's really subtle, but it's there, and the fact that so much subtlety is paid attention to. Like, for instance, between the old ones and the leaked one, Pikachu's sparks in the old ones are a layer in front of Cloud, but in the new one, he's behind Cloud, or the other way around, I don't remember. And Olimar does the same thing. There was someone who, when I was browsing through V, looking through all this stuff, I figured out about... yeah, so there's a lot of layer differences, which is very, 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 like, in-depth, especially if you're going to be trying to leak it. There's a possibility that, like, someone's just trying really, really, really hard. Oh, and there's one more bit of information that's, well, a few other pieces, because it goes on. I have a whole sheet of paper. It's not that big, but it's a sheet of paper. Also, there are pictures of assets of just the background of the everyone is here sort of battlefield where everyone's standing. It's a picture of all that without any of the fighters, which is something that no one's been able to really get, which is pretty impressive. I don't really know what else to say to that one. And then a few other ones, like, so for those of you who don't know, every time the banner is updated, the characters get moved around a lot. And originally all the Miis were in separate spots, but in this particular one, they're all put together, which is a very interesting point. Again, nothing... I'd say more proving 4, because that's just like a sort of foresight thing that they would have, along with like all the layer stuff. Let me see. There's one more. Hopefully you like Chongo reads from a sheet of paper. Oh yeah, the most, not important one, because this could still be faked. But at this point, if this whole thing is faked, then it's going to be the most impressive fake I've ever seen by an enormous margin. So, earlier I said that it was leaked because someone took a picture of the Snapchat thing, Snap Story, and blurred out the name and put it online. Turns out, they didn't blur out the name very well. People found the name and found out that he worked for this company that prints all the promotional material, and that it's a company that is affiliated with Bandai Namco, which is the company that made Smash 4 and that'll make Ultimate. So, that's all the proof that's pointing to it. So now my thoughts. First of all, this is the roster. That's going to be psyching, what? That's going to be really awesome. That's going to be really great. I really love that. As I mentioned, I've been a really big fan of Rhythm Heaven recently, and the timing on that couldn't be better. Literally releasing a huge Rhythm Heaven related video, literally hours before Rhythm Heaven is confirmed to be in Smash, is the ultimate marketing move. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, and they're definitely going to be a very interesting play style, since there's 3 of them, and the art actually shows like the conductor in the middle. So whether or not that's going to be kind of like a Pokemon trainer type situation, or if it's going to be, who knows? We don't know. Isaac should be really fun. A lot of people have been saying, oh, he's just going to be a sword fighter, but Isaac does know a large variety of magics, so that's going to be very interesting. I'd put him more a Robin sort of deal. But either way, I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Banjo-Kazooie, I actually never played the original games outside of for a few minutes, but I've heard a bunch of people get super excited about it. Same with Geno, so I'm happy for all those people who are excited about that. Ken and Shadow, super hyped for them. I mean, they're pretty much exactly who you'd guess if someone held a gun to my head and said, name 2 Echo Fighters for me a Smash Ultimate. Those would be the first 2 that come to mind. And then I'm missing one. Oh yeah, Mach Rider. Once again, I never played Mach Rider back in the day, but she definitely seems like it's going to be really interesting. A lot of people are thinking it's going to be the Captain Falcon route, where she's going to be a semi-clone, but I don't know. No one knows until the cookie crumbles. And we still have a lot of reveals, even if this is legit. Especially with a really fun theory that I have that is far-fetched. But if it happens, I want to be the one to say that it happened. That I called it. Kind of. So, if you take a look at this picture, again, I'll have it in the description, you'll be able to tell that next to it are a few very specific things. One of the Grinch things, it looks to be a sticker with, like, you know, the white outline and stuff. But also next to it is receipt, which means this is a very small thing. A lot of people have said this is like a circular banner that, you know, you put over booths and displays. But it's just way too small, especially next to that receipt, unless for some reason people are printing receipts that are like 3 meters across. So yeah, this looks to be about the size of an armband. There's even like a little sticky spot, a little slit on the side. Perfect size for like an armband. In fact, that's kind of like what the big consensus is. These are armbands. So the question is, what are these armbands for? A lot of people have been sort of, actually no one's been positing what they're for. As far as I know, I'm the only person to ask, not to toot my own horn, but I'm amazing. Everything I say is godly, and, yeah. No, but, a lot of people wondered what it's for. I think, personally, that, the Game Awards, if I'm correct, I didn't actually fact check the date before this. The Game Awards are coming up. They're coming pretty soon. So I think that there's going to be a direct soon. They're going to announce all these characters, and then people who go to the Game Awards who want to try out Smash are going to get these armbands. However, at the Game Awards, whether it be live at the Game Awards or if they pull a Pac-Man and do some sort of press conference thing, they're going to have one more reveal. And this one is going to be a big reveal. I don't claim that I know, obviously, but the reasons I think this are because, I don't know why, like, advertising stuff would be put out so early, especially with the full roster, because we don't know the full roster yet, obviously, and you have to save promotional stuff like that for later. So, another bit of it is, there's been a bunch of people on Twitter, and I don't want to say that I trust them, because, like, anyone can say anything on Twitter. I can say that Masahiro Sakurai walked out to me and gave me $100 and told me that Goombella was going to be in Smash. And that would just be on Twitter. But a lot of people who have pretty big platforms have come out and said that this is probably a fake leak. In fact, they've said so with almost certainty. And most people are, you know, all hush-hush about the reasons. They're like, oh man, this is probably fake, but I can't say why, because if I do, Nintendo's gonna... You know, like, that crap, like they know what's going on. But if in the event that they do. Let's say in the event that they do, no one actually gave a reason outside of Spawnwave. Spawnwave said that they think it's fake because there's one character that's missing, and that character isn't Incineroar, because everyone knows that Verge Event is wrong at this point. Which is still really fun to say. And I believe that one character is the big whammy. That's the one that is going to be a really, really big deal. That's the one they're going to show off maybe at a press conference at Game Awards like they did with Pac-Man. Maybe. I don't know. Just a theory, a game theory. But I feel like these armbands are definitely placeholders so that people can get in, they can get hyped, they can get excited. But this is for a very limited event thing, because it's early enough for that. Might not be Game Awards, because again, I don't even know the date of that. I just saw a bunch of people talking about it, lining up. I didn't actually fact check this. I mean, come on. I'm posting something on the internet. You expect me to fact check? In terms of other speculation, I feel like the remaining 5 stages, if the 108 thing is right. Oh wow, my hand contorted weird. It's probably 1 for each IP, except maybe not Geno, because Geno is already a Super Mario rep, and we already have a new Mario stage, and King K. Rool and Ridley each don't get a new stage. A lot of people have told me that, well, yeah, but Super Mario RPG is sort of its own beast. I guess. I wouldn't put it at a high priority to make a forest maze thing, or like a Smithy Castle. But, I don't know. No one knows. I'll say that out of all those, I feel like that one's the most likely to get cut. And then if my armband one more person presented thing is, if that's true, then whoever the new person is going to have a stage, and that will be the Magic 108. And yeah, that's part of my predictions. And fortunately, even though we got all these character leaks, we still don't know anything about spirits, so when the Smash Direct inevitably happens in the next couple weeks, we'll be watching it, we'll be reacting. I'll honestly, like, I'll be happy seeing it, even if this is, like, full roster. I'm not going to be all like, oh, well, this is just a Direct, I don't even care. I already know that it's going to be Geno. Nah, like, these things come with, like, the amazing 3D CGI cutscenes, and I can't wait to see that. Like, I'm going to be watching that like a beast. And then not to mention, there's also going to be, new assist trophies announced. We're going to get to see them in action, see their movesets. We're going to see the new stages. We're going to find out everything about spirits, which is going to be a buster bup. There's probably going to be some online news. There's going to be all sorts of stuff in the next Nintendo Direct about Smash, probably. But I feel like it's going to be really good. So that's my whole spicy hot take on the whole leak that happened this morning. And, yeah, so there's also my theory. So if it happens, then come back to this video and leave a comment that says, yeah, buddy, you did the thing. Go, go. I'm so proud of you. And then add those, like, things as, like, dots at the end. I'm gonna get some, if this is right, I'm gonna get so rushed with comments. Oh yeah, and that last person's gonna be Minecraft Steve. Bye!